I actually became an office worker, and I hated it because people would always say, like, one guy drank at noon every day and would just say, "It's 5 o'clock somewhere." Like, that doesn't make any sense. I can't take all my clothes off and be like, "It's a nude beach somewhere." But I didn't get it, so I didn't shower all week, and like instead I just covered myself with Axe body spray. And when he finally asked me why I smelled so bad, I was like, "It's high school somewhere." I didn't really want to be an office worker. I wanted to be a firefighter, because firefighters would come into my classrooms with their firefighting hats and give them to me. I thought that was the coolest thing. Like, businesses can't do that. McDonald's can't go into classrooms with their hats and be like, "It's much more likely." Originally, I was deciding between firefighter or police officer. And I chose firefighter because I looked at it this way. There are a lot of good cops out there, I completely agree. But there are some corrupt cops, right? There are no corrupt firefighters. No one's ever like, "Man, you only put out that fire because it was black." I was like, I'm looking around to see if I can laugh at that one. I don't know. I guess I went to Catholic school, and yeah, one sad person there too, and a lot of people, they're coming out of the closet, which is a terrible way to describe going to Catholic school. Like, I don't know. The Catholic school, I had to deal with Catholic sex ed. Now, I'm not going to get into the details because they didn't, but essentially what they would say, they'd say like, "Your spouse is like a piece of gum. You wouldn't want to use a piece of gum, right? So don't have sex before you're married." Okay. Fine, I've never wanted to use a piece of gum. But I've also never looked at a piece of gum and been like, "I want to chew this for the rest of my life." What happens if you want a second piece of gum? I guess you have to give half your assets to the first piece of gum. And if you didn't get that, that's a divorce joke. And the piece of gum and I just want to let you know, it's not your fault. They just got in the back. You can explain them the other jokes later. They said the craziest things in Catholic school. Like, I had an orientation, this girl goes, "The uniforms are actually more freeing because now you don't have to decide what to wear." Like, oh, in the same sense that prisons are more freeing. Because you don't have to decide where to be. Or they would say, like, Jesus' blood is literally wine. It's literally wine. If Jesus' blood is literally wine, I imagine that he's drunk a lot. Which really makes me question the song, "Jesus Take the Wheel." But I was that asshole in Catholic school. Like, they'd say, like, "Keep the Christ in Christmas." And I'd be like, "Yeah, keep the Christ in Christmas. Because without Christ, it's just mass. And no one likes going to church." Yeah, I don't know. As you can tell by my strange appearance and awkward manner of speaking, I am a huge fan of mathematics. Like, I love math, but I have trouble explaining to you normal people why I like math. And I think the best I've come up with is that the thrill I get from working hard and solving a math problem is the same thrill that a normal person would get from never having to do that. I really like it though, because numbers don't lie. There's a common phrase in math and stats. It's numbers don't lie, people lie. And people especially lie to me about their phone numbers. Somebody once found out I was into math. They were like, Tom, have you ever thought about becoming an actuary? They were trying to recruit me. And I said, what's an actuary? And they said, have you seen the movie Fight Club? The main character of that is an actuary. And I'm like, that's a terrible sales pitch. That guy hated his job the whole movie and did not have a happy ending. Like, sea captains aren't like, have you seen the Titanic? Or therapists aren't like, have you seen Silence of the Lambs? Or police officers aren't like, have you seen all of those videos on YouTube? People say math and science aren't useful sometimes, but I have a story to prove them wrong. Once I was at a party, it was getting late, this girl comes up to me, she goes, Tom, walk me to my car. I don't want to be kidnapped. Now, I didn't want to walk her to her car, so I used math and statistics to get out of it. And I said, you know, statistically, you're less likely to be kidnapped if you walk to your car alone than if you walk to your car with me. Guys, no applause breaks. I got my closer to tell. I don't know, like, I'll leave you guys on this. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be like Batman. And for those of you who don't know, Batman is Batman because as a child, he was afraid of bats. If I were a superhero based off my biggest fear, I would be Lonely Man. Like I can see it now, when Batman catches criminals, he throws a big metal bat. What does Lonely Man throw? Like, take this, frozen dinner for one. Take this, cell phone number, please. Like, I could see myself being Lonely Man. Just like picture me hanging out in my lonely cave, and my sidekick, no one would come up to me. And be like, Lonely Man, someone's kidnapped the mayor, what are you gonna do? And I'd be like, text my ex-girlfriend and see how she's doing.